If you were a child of the 80s or 90s, you surely had one of these eerie toys on your birthday wish list. Hello and welcome back to Timehop. Nostalgia wouldn't be nearly as potent without those rose-colored glasses. In hindsight, it's surprising to recall some of the toys we pleaded with our parents to get. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you probably had one of these spooky toys on your birthday wish list. Number 1. Furby. The undisputed leader of creepy toys for millennials was Furby. Initially marketed as a young millennial's perfect companion, Furby provided a glimpse of what we imagined artificial intelligence might be like in our homes. Its ability to learn and mimic speech was revolutionary for the time, making it a must-have toy. However, one prolonged look into its oversized blinking eyes was enough to sense something eerie. Furby's unsettling nature wasn't just limited to its appearance. Countless people have shared horror stories of their Furbies coming to life in the dead of night, speaking gibberish and making bizarre noises without any prompt. These inexplicable episodes made Furby seem more like a possessed object than a friendly toy, and many kids ended up stashing them away in closets or attics to avoid the unnerving late-night disturbances. The persistent creepiness of Furby has even led some to joke that these toys belong in Ed and Lorraine Warren's Haunted Objects collection rather than in children's bedrooms. Number 2. Teddy Ruxpin. For an 80s kid, what could be a better companion than a talking, storytelling toy? Teddy Ruxpin was designed to be just that. A friendly bear that narrated stories through a cassette player embedded in its back. The idea was fantastic, promising endless adventures and bedtime tales. However, the execution ended up being closer to the unsettling animatronic band at Chuck E. Cheese than to a comforting bedtime buddy. Teddy Ruxpin's mechanical movements, especially its blinking eyes and moving mouth, often ventured into the uncanny valley. While it was a big hit in the 80s, capturing the hearts of many children, it also left a lasting impression for its creepiness. Stories abound of Teddy Ruxpin suddenly coming to life in the middle of the night or malfunctioning in ways that were far from comforting. The same bear that might have lulled us to sleep with its stories back then now lingers in our memories, not as a beloved toy, but as a figure that haunts our nightmares. Number 3. Baby Sinclair. Jim Henson, the legendary puppeteer, gave us unforgettable characters like Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch. However, for 90s kids, his genius is perhaps better remembered through the ABC show Dinosaurs. This sitcom followed the Sinclair family's adventures in a whimsical prehistoric world, blending humor and life lessons that resonated with both children and adults. Among the show's characters was Baby Sinclair, a puppet whose design left a lasting and somewhat unsettling impression. Baby Sinclair was a chubby, angular baby dinosaur with bulging eyes and an ever-present mischievous grin. Its exaggerated features were intended to be endearing and humorous, but often came across as eerie. The puppet's lifelike movements, combined with its odd proportions, gave it a look that many found creepy. It's plausible that the design of Baby Grinch in the 2005 film The Grinch Who Stole Christmas was influenced by Baby Sinclair's distinctive and unsettling appearance. The show's tie-in toys captured this oversized baby dino perfectly, though owning one was a double-edged sword. While they were popular, their eerie looks made them a source of nightmares for some children. Number 4. Tickle Me Elmo. In the realm of creepy toys, it's surprising to find a character from the wholesome world of Sesame Street. Yet, Tickle Me Elmo, despite its lovable origins, earned a reputation as one of the unintentionally creepiest toys of its generation. This interactive plush toy, which giggled and vibrated when tickled, quickly became a sensation upon its release. However, it wasn't long before it also became infamous. Tickle Me Elmo's controversies stemmed from several factors. First, there were the numerous reports of voice glitches, where Elmo's voice would distort into unsettling tones or activate randomly in the middle of the night, startling children and parents alike. Additionally, the concept of tickling a small person against their will for amusement, while seemingly innocent, raised some eyebrows for its less than PG implications. The combination of these factors ensured that Tickle Me Elmo remains a memorable, if not slightly creepy, part of many childhoods. Number 5. Scrushkin Hand Puppets. Jim Henson's fantasy puppets often straddled the line between enchanting and eerie, but few were as unsettling as the Scrunchkin's hand puppets. These colorful toys, while intended to be fun and playful, had a design that many found disturbing, especially when encountered in the dark. Scrushkin hand puppets were characterized by their oversized mouths and bulging eyes. When collapsed, these features became even more pronounced, giving the puppets a distorted, almost grotesque appearance. Their exaggerated facial features and vibrant colors were meant to be whimsical, but often ended up being quite creepy. This unsettling vibe was only amplified when children stumbled upon these puppets unexpectedly, especially at night. The strange troll-like pig design of some Scrunchkin's puppets even led to speculation that they might have inspired local legends, such as the Pigman. Number 6. Gooey Louie. Gooey Louie emerged in the realm of children's toys not as a creepy figure, but as a downright gross sensation. In the world of kids' humor, bodily functions and gross-out humor often reign supreme, and Gooey Louie encapsulated this perfectly. For many 90s kids, no sleepover or gathering was complete without experiencing the hilariously repulsive game of Gooey Louie. The premise was as straightforward as it was stomach-churning. Players took turns pulling out snot strings from Gooey Louie's oversized nose. The anticipation and laughter that ensued as participants extracted gooey tendrils added to the game's appeal, turning it into a memorable, if somewhat stomach-churning, experience. The success of Gooey Louie highlights the peculiar but undeniable charm of toys that lean into gross-out humor, appealing directly to the sensibilities of children who revel in the absurd and disgusting. Reflecting on Gooey Louie now, one can only wonder about the pitch meeting where someone enthusiastically proposed a game centered around extracting fake snot. The combination of humor, novelty, and sheer grossness made Gooey Louie a standout in the realm of children's toys, proving that sometimes the weirdest ideas can become unexpectedly popular. Number 7. What's Her Face Dolls. Mattel, renowned for creating iconic toys like Barbie and Hot Wheels, occasionally ventures into less conventional territory. The What's Her Face dolls were a prime example of this experimentation, aimed at offering young millennials a unique play experience. Unlike traditional dolls with predetermined faces, What's Her Face dolls arrived blank, inviting children to personalize them using special markers and stencils. The concept was intriguing. Each doll came with blank features, eyes, nose, mouth, that children could embellish and decorate according to their imagination. The inclusion of stencils resembling masks or intricate facial designs allowed for creative expression, but also lent an air of peculiarity to the dolls. While the idea of customizing dolls appealed to the desire for personalization and creativity, the blank faces and unusual stencils added an unexpected twist that divided opinions among young customers and parents alike. For some, the What's Her Face dolls represented a departure from conventional toys, encouraging individuality and artistic expression. However, others found the dolls' blank stares and fetish-like appearance of some stencils disconcerting, blurring the line between playful creativity and unsettling aesthetic choices. Ultimately, the short-lived lifespan of the What's Her Face dolls in the market suggests that while innovation is valued, the balance between novelty and mainstream appeal remains a delicate one in the world of toy manufacturing. Number 8. Snack Time Cabbage Patch Kids. Cabbage Patch Kids, with their unique adoption certificates and distinct personalities, were a phenomenon in the 1980s. However, not all variants of these beloved dolls achieve the same level of endearment. The Snack Time Cabbage Patch Kid, introduced as an interactive iteration, attempted to innovate by allowing children to feed it plastic food through its mechanized mouth. On paper, the concept seemed innocuous, a doll that simulated eating colorful plastic snacks. In practice, however, the execution proved problematic. The Snack Time Cabbage Patch Kid featured a mechanical mouth designed to chew and swallow the miniature food items, which often led to unexpected and sometimes painful consequences. Numerous reports emerged of children's fingers, hair, and even clothing becoming trapped within the doll's mechanism, resulting in tears, frustration, and in some cases, injuries. Looking back, the introduction of an interactive feature meant to enhance playability inadvertently created a safety hazard, prompting concerns among parents and caregivers. The allure of a Cabbage Patch Kid that mimicked eating appealed to the immersive play experience that characterized the brand. But the practical implications were far from ideal. The Snack Time Cabbage Patch Kid remains a cautionary tale in toy design, underscoring the importance of thorough testing and consideration of potential risks when introducing interactive elements into children's playthings. Number 9. Mad Balls. Kids in the 90s loved collectibles, from Pokemon cards to Garbage Pail Kids. Among the less remembered toys were Amtoy's Mad Balls, grotesquely designed foam balls that many of us collected for no real reason. For a lot of us, Mad Balls were also our introduction to counterfeiting, with numerous knockoffs circulating around. Number 10. Food Fighters. Not to be confused with the rock band Foo Fighters, Food Fighters were a quirky 80s toy line that turned various foods, dishes, and cooking appliances into action figures. In a post-sausage party world, these bizarre plastic toys take on an even stranger light. That was all from us today for this video, folks. For more similar content, make sure to subscribe to Timehop. See you in the next one.